relaxation through things like magnesium, B vitamins, zinc, let your body, protein, good hydration, let your body recover again. The trouble is when you're going through prolonged stress, so you've maybe got a workplace issue and you've got a sick kid and you've got parents, you've got multiple things going on. If you think of adrenaline, cortisol, a bit like a rainwater tank, it drains down and down and down and down. And that's when people don't realise it's just been slowly coming down. That's when they start appearing in my office saying, right, I've got these random symptoms, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Right.
And they say, I know I'm stressed, but they don't know what they've been doing.
Well, we don't look upon stress as, I guess, being fixable externally.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we externally fix stress? Excuse me, breaking the teeth in for a friend. How do we get rid of that stress? Is there something we can physically do?
Sure.
Is there diet we can physically take?
Okay, there's lots of things we can do. So first of all, you can get to someone like me or talk to your doctor. You can have blood tests to start off with. I know even though I'm in natural medicine, a lot of people are like, really? You're going to send people to doctors? Absolutely. Sometimes,
well, how will you know otherwise?
You need to have a checkup from the neck up. Okay, you need to go have a chat with someone and say, I don't feel well. I don't feel right, Doc, and I need to have basics done.
Well, a blood test is a good start for everything, isn't it?
Check your iron. You know, you can actually have a 9 a.m. serum cortisol blood test. It will check what your cortisol level is at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is supposed to be around the best number for the day.
Because you've woken
up and it should be great, good morning, let's go. So if you wake up and your serum cortisol is at 800, it's like you've been in a high-speed car chase. That's not a good place to start for the day.
No.
Also, if you've got a cortisol problem, you might be at 100, which means we actually know there's some real adrenal issues. So you can have blood tests.
When you say adrenal issues, are we talking about the adrenal glands?
The adrenal glands, which are not in your throat. That is your thyroid. That would be your adrenals, are on top of your kidneys. So they're
Oh no, mine have moved about. I think there might be.
So the adrenals are adrenals, the renal system. They're added onto the renal system.
How clever to call them that for that reason.
Did you? There
no,
you go.
I didn't.
So they're in your back.
See, I knew there was a reason to find out where you were and get you back.
Yeah. So you can actually just have a doctor check your magnesium. Check
I always
basics.
do. Yeah. I always do. And so much came of my knowledge of my own health from talking to you from... I reckon it was something like 2012 or something.
I think so, yeah.
We're in our 16th year of the show and you've missed the last 5.
That's right. Well, we're back now.
Yes.
So we've kept you this far.
Yes.
So I would first of all say, doctor, get your foundational bloods done. Second thing is look at magnesium, look at zinc, look at taking, there's a herb called withania or romania. To be safe, you can go to most health food stores or chemists and it will say stress formula or adrenal support.
Okay.
These are going to be safe. They're going to be, there's nothing in them that would interfere in most cases with medication. Check with your GP, check with your practitioner.
Yeah, it's always
absolutely.
check with a professional. Yeah. Speaking of checking with a professional, we have to take a very short break and we'll be back with you professionally in a moment.
As a musician, there's nothing worse than getting sick and not being able to perform. So every year I make sure I get vaccinated against all the winter nasties. Viruses are always changing, so it's important to get regular vaccinations, especially if you're a bit older like me. I love meeting happy, healthy mob at my gigs, so talk to your doctor or health worker about getting your winter flu and COVID vaccinations today. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
AIM Quick Build containers can be delivered flat pack to site and easily assembled within minutes. Made from 20 gauge galvanised steel, they are strong, secure and completely weatherproof. The perfect alternative to garden sheds, storage or for tight locations. Strandwood floors included and no need to pour a concrete slab. AIM Quick Build containers are completely demountable and relocatable. A variety of sizes and accessories available with delivery Victoria-wide. Visit aimsitesolutions.com.au or call AIM Hire on 9720 4455.
At Managed Services Australia, we help Melbourne businesses unlock their full potential with reliable, cost-effective managed IT and cybersecurity solutions. From cybersecurity to cloud, business telecommunications and day-to-day IT support, our local experts keep your systems secure, efficient and ready for growth. We offer flat fee pricing and proactive support. Right now, qualifying businesses can receive a free cybersecurity and technology audit valued at $6,000. Simplify your technology, reduce your risk and unlock your business potential with Managed Services Australia.
AustralianBollards.com.au. When you're looking to protect your warehouse, shopfront, man cave, business park, car yard, caravan and boat sales yards, or your personal car collection against ram raiding, contact the team at AustralianBollards.com.au.
I'm speaking with my old friend Kimberly Douglas. And we just were saying before about how important the blood test thing is.
Absolutely.
Because your son had a blood test, and why did you get that to happen?
I just decided to do a blood test. He was going to go through a particular course, and he just needed to have like a health check, and did a random health check and found that there was a major health challenge there. And
you didn't know anything about it?
We did not know.
And fortunately, because it was serious, very serious, fortunately he was on a trial. Yeah,
and doing really well.
That cost how much?
A lot of money, millions and millions. So we need medicine. We really do need modern medicine that are continuously progressing with really
In other
good
words,
medications.
Don't take advice from all of the social media stuff.
Absolutely not.
Talk to a professional.
Correct,
And that's part of the stress thing, isn't it?
It sure
what
is.
social media is blasting out.
Well, do you know what FOMO is?
Fear of missing out.
Yes, and this is Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. Do you know, most of it is not true. The amount of garbage...
Oh, I post every week for this show, that's true.
That is true, but if you're relying on that as your medical advice,
no.
or you're trying to work out if you have a major health challenge, what you're going to do, I would suggest you don't take it from Facebook. I would suggest that you get to a
I wouldn't suggest it, I'd just say don't.
Don't. No, look, there is good information out there, but you've got to be checking your data.
But you know, good information needs to come from professional people who are legitimate.
Correct.
Because of my age, and it's worked out, Facebook and Instagram's worked out how old I am, and some issues I have with my burns, I am constantly deluged with all these treatments, creams to rub into my sore knee, something to put on my back, electrical impulse things.
Because you clicked on something.
I
because
must
you
have.
clicked on it, they now know.
No, I looked at it for more than 3 seconds.
That's right. So now you're just going to continuously fill that kind of data.
Yes.
And look, some of those things really work. But part of the problem is people start looking at what other people are doing, and it's completely different for their genetics or their family line or the disease that they actually have. And you could layer this with diets. I could do a whole show just on diets. You know, we used to be the carnivore diet, and then it was keto, and then it was Mediterranean, and this just kept rotating.
But just while you mentioned diet, but your best advice to the average person with diet, not dieting, but daily diet, would be?
The Mediterranean diet. It hasn't really changed. So it's still higher protein, it's lower carbs, it's good oils, it's got a good mixture of things like seafood and meats and salads and vegetables with some carbohydrate. Now, that completely changes if you've been diagnosed as a diabetic, or completely changes, would you believe, if you have had a quadruple bypass or a cardiac event. Do you know the first thing that they're going to tell you now is keto diet is now the best. So you've got people having quadruple bypasses being told eggs, bacon, meat, protein. We've gone this full circle from where we used to say...
Crazy, isn't it?
It's absolutely crazy.
Used to be, don't eat eggs, more than 3 eggs a week is too much.
And that is wrong now. It is completely disproven. We know that cholesterol is a fallacy, that there's all different types of cholesterol. Our body needs cholesterol, but the right kinds.
Yep.
And
my right kind is good. I just had a blood test. My right kind is good.
There you go. Excellent.
The doctor told me I had pristine organs.
Really?
And I can't even play the piano.
So it's just the bones that are the problem?
Yes.
Okay.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get people coming in, obviously, to consult with you all the time.
Sure.
Is there a common problem? Is it just I don't feel well? Or is it, I want to lose weight, or I
It's
want to put on
everything.
weight, or...
It is absolutely everything. Do you know, since 1930, I believe we've got something like 380 autoimmune diseases now. Now, you know what an autoimmune disease is? It's where your immune system, normal healthy cells of your body, are attacking normal healthy
Yes.
cells of your body. We never had, we had very small amounts of autoimmune.
Is it the chemicals in the air, do you
Yes.
think? The pollution from...
Yes.
Okay.
It's the food, it's the additives, it's the medications, it's the antibiotic overusage, it's
Yeah, that's a
stress,
serious one,
it's-
isn't it, really?
It's everything
because we
together.
because a lot of doctors, I'll take this and, you know...
I don't think you're ever going to find there's just one cause. You know, they try to find a cause of one disease. When you've got an immune system that becomes scrambled egg, when it's not behaving how it's meant to, and when, for instance, you take something like Hashimoto's thyroid, the immune system has turned on itself and is attacking a thyroid gland. So it is...
They're there.
That's right.
They're not there.
No, that's right. That's
They're
the
there.
thyroid attacking
Okay.
it to a point where it kills that organ from working. Now that's an easy enough thing to supplement with thyroxine and you can keep going. You're not going to keel over and die. But there are some major autoimmune diseases that can take your life. And so in my 32 years in practice, I've never seen so much autoimmune. I've never seen so much stress. I've never seen so many children on spectrum. You know, it's
Well, that's the popular
huge
thing
amount.
now. Are we all on the spectrum?
Oh, that
Are
could
we
be
all
another
on
whole
various,
show.
at various stages of the spectrum?
I think we've got
Now-
to be very careful how we define. We've suddenly
Yes.
looked at, and we're looking at 1 in 11 children now diagnosed with spectrum disorder of some kind.
Well, being in the entertainment industry, I
This is
think
true.
we've all got it. We've all on
This
some
is true.
spectrum.
But what we also need to look at is we get a whole bunch of symptoms, next minute we're just diagnosed on spectrum. You know, when you've got all of these things, it's very easy to just bundle and label people with things. I would actually always say to someone, take a step back, look at what the symptoms are. For instance, we know the link between the gut and the brain. There's massive research on that.
How
Yes.
long have we really understood that?
We only know a small portion now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we've got this whole solar system in a
That's
way
right.
inside of our digestive system.
And I know we're sort of bouncing around, but like if I had a child present on spectrum in my office, you know, I'm okay with medication, I'm okay with all the NDIS support and diagnosis,
Yeah.
but we need to stop and look at this child individually. What emotional issues are they having? Meltdowns? Are they having
Right.
behaviour issues? Are they having cognitive issues? Do they have anxiety disorder? What's their gut like?
Well, are all those things affecting your digestive
That's
system?
right. What is your child experiencing? Don't just put them all in one basket and medicate them. What can we do to get this child well?
Is there, have you sort of discovered over time with looking at people like that, have you found any connecting...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so
It's foods?
So if we're talking children on spectrum,
Okay.
the first thing we're looking at the gut microbiome being completely upset. What does that mean? We have goodies and we have baddies in our gut. So, you know, have you had your Inner Health Plus today kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Your probiotic. Everyone knows what that is. Your Yakults, your fermented foods, your goodies. And then we have our baddies. And it's okay to have a few baddies. Some staph, some strep, some E. coli. They're part of normal gut flora. They're meant to be in balance. But if they go out of balance, then that can have a massive bacterial overgrowth in the gut. Huge link with behaviour.
So, for example, if you were eating a lot of processed food and
Sure.
not getting enough fresh food,
Sure.
how would that generally affect
Well,
it?
you're talking about nutrients in that case. So processed food, a lot of kids on spectrum will only eat white things, white bread, white rice,